You've come to the right place if you're looking to create, launch, and scale a high-value online training program. I'm your guide, Chris Badgett. I'm the co-founder of LifterLMS, the most powerful learning management system for WordPress. Stay to the end. I've got something special for you. Enjoy the show. Hello and welcome back to another episode of LMScast. I'm joined by a special guest. His name is Daniel Vargas. He's an awesome guy at marketing, at automation, at WordPress, at Lifter LMS. His company name is Laboratorio de Éxito. That's at laboratoriodeexito.com. Welcome to the show, Daniel.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I'm actually happy, so excited and blessed. I feel blessed to be here. So thank you.
Well, tell us a little bit about your sweet spot. You know, the internet is a really big place, and you've got some specialties around like Keap, around the Spanish speaking world, around WordPress, around Lifter. Like, what's your sweet spot? Like, what happened? Who is Laboratorio de Éxito for?
Well, Laboratorio de Éxito, it is actually a baby project that started after the pandemic last year in 2020. And it was by accident I made it there. Here in the United States, I provide service to landscapers and contractors. Then one day I'm showing up to a referral from the real estate world. She needed to sell her training courses. I'm like, oh my God, I have an academy that I'm building actually with LifterLMS and Keap. After many trials of many tools, like I've been through so many tools, over 10,
Wow.
maybe more like 14, 15. I don't know. I lost account, but it's definitely 10 plus tools that I tried before building my own experience, building my academy. And I show this lady what I was building for me, and then she was like, "Oh, how much do you want for this? How much do you sell it for?" I'm like, "No, wait. I'm not building this for for selling, but let me see what I can do." Long story short, that started creating momentum, because then I started getting referrals, and then live is beautiful. And then I was getting random opportunities where I had to stop to build my little corner where I wanted to give access to my customers to trainings and courses. So to start building for people because of the pandemic, because people, more people was working on making that digital transformation, going from the analog to the digital, and then started working and helping with professionals in the knowledge industry. That's the way I like to call it, the knowledge industry. And there you can fit coaches, teachers, professors, consultants. I don't know, so many people using their knowledge basically to create a business model and create, well, wealth for them, and improve their quality of lives. And that's where it led me to the pandemic. And so everything is like a trial and error. Marketing is like a trial and error. And every time you think about in life, not only about marketing, you like practice, makes the master. Practice makes the teacher. Practice makes all of us the best. So I started with mine, but then by practicing, while providing service to a new niche, I ended up creating a new niche, a new ideal customer, a new avatar for my business. And then this year, I said, no, I need to take this even more seriously. So I created Laboratorio de Éxito because of that. So I like to, help people create momentum, and based on that momentum that they create, they can build success. And LifterLMS, has been a really important ingredient in the mix. And you've mentioned Keap as well. So for me, it's really important that I'm able to make an integration with a tool, with a CRM that I use. I'm a Keap certified partner, and for me, it was crucial to make something really special and powerful. And but most importantly, that has a learning curve that for my customers and the people that I serve, that it's easy for them to learn. And right now, I'm basically, helping more people to basically have an online academy slash membership site, which is the greatest of all things that with Lifter LMS, you can have it all. You can have membership, you can have course. For me, that's really important. And, that adds layers of, what if I can grow my business later? I can, like the people that I work with now, they start, thinking about selling a course, but maybe, but later they might be interested in, getting that to the next level, building a community, and then building a membership program, which is really cool. And that's why yeah, I'm like over exaggerating. Maybe I'm not over exaggerating. I'm like so happy
Oh,
since I found LifterLMS.
that's awesome, man. So I love how you said like the course is kind of like the fundamental building block, and maybe they'll add like the full academy or the coaching or the like more stuff in it later.
Yeah,
Well, and you said it started with you building your own academy,
yeah.
trying to educate your customers or your
Yes,
clients. What were you
yes.
teaching then?
Basically, so the what I do for my customers, I build marketing strategies for them, and like a marketing strategy doesn't have any flavor if you don't drive any traffic, if you don't create any momentum, if you don't know how other elements within the marketing world works and how they complement to each other and how they come into what we marketers know as the marketing mix. Maybe not many people use that word, the marketing mix.
Right.
But I have a BS. I actually have a bachelor in science in marketing. That's why I think about first my marketing mix and everything that comes into play. So not many people knows everything. And small business owners and solopreneurs, it's too much what they need to learn or what they need to be exposed. So there's just too many information out there, just too much, just too much. And so what I since I started on this journey as an entrepreneur after being in corporate America for 20 plus years, is that yes, there is so much information, but people continues after I was helping them, they continue to look for more information. I'm like, okay, I need to give them access to the training and the information and the knowledge I need them to have. I need them to dominate so they can have a marketing that works for them. And so basically, I was not even looking to sell my courses or to sell any courses. All I wanted was to have a little corner inside my website where I can, record my calls with my customers, and then I am making those calls available for the rest of my customers. And, it's just building that sense of community. They know that I'm recording them, and they know that every experience is going to turn into a learning experience to help others as well. And so that's how basically, I don't know if that answered your question.
That
But
answers it.
that's the way I wanted to have an academy. I wasn't even thinking about selling training courses or building a membership site. All I wanted was something really right from my point of view, something um, simple. But then it turned out that it was not as simple as I thought. And because of a few complexities, that's why I ended up like leaving so many solutions behind. For example, because of the mastermind calls, how focused I am and how what is my approach about tagging, about categories,
Right.
and about having a model that it's organized so I can have control. And a house that's organized is a happy house, and there's success behind organization. So I didn't have that level of that. I mean, that for me sounds simplistic, but I mean, so many things out there, I was not able to find it with anybody else. And that's basically what triggered me to basically, I said, I got home. I feel home now working with LifterLMS.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I like what you're saying. The academy or the course, it's not always for sale. Like on the other side of marketing and sales is customer success. So you were using it as like a training as a value
Onboarding.
add. Yeah,
Yes.
onboarding, activation,
Yeah,
customer success.
exactly.
That's
And
awesome. You mentioned that you had tried a bunch of tools and they to teach or to structure content into courses and protect it or whatever. What were the limitations or the walls that you were hitting that was frustrating that made you decide to try something else?
no, many of them was about, for example, integrations and what I could do with, the the capacity, or the limitation of the capacities of every tool. Many there's many solutions out there selling themselves as an all-in-one solution,
Right.
and we know that life is not perfect. um, but many of the things were, for example, about, for me, tagging. Can I say any name?
Yeah.
I, I don't well, anyways, I don't know, for example, many of these tools, it is not because it was not the limitation of the LMS specifically, but maybe some of the other features. For example, if it's an only one solution on the cloud, there's many out there. They, for example, like the Thinkifics, the Teachable, Kajabi. Um, Kajabi, for example, is one. They try their best to be an all-in-one CRM LMS solution. But when you want to have a custom build experience, yes, there are some templates that you can use to build individual pages. But if you want to have like your signature in those custom templates that you want to build, if you don't know coding, you're not gonna make it happen. And I'm not a coder, I'm a marketer.
Right.
So I don't know anything about coding. I mean, I can have like a color in a text using HTML, but then that's it. Then I'll be basically using their experience and not building my experience. And that for me, it's really important. It's so important that I just recently, I don't know if I told you before, but I recently launched a new YouTube channel. Um, it'll be all in Spanish. And the first video that I recorded was actually about that experience, the experience I went through all these different tools, um, until I made it, to what it is, the perfect combination for me, which is basically Keap, LifterLMS, WordPress. And look, I'm even saying LifterLMS before I say WordPress. But yes, that is basically a combination. Of course, I will need some other tools to make that connection happen. But it's things that are pretty easy. For example, some of the other tools I tried LearnDash, and I don't know why, but I think, and I'm saying this from a non-techie point of view, but I think that when I had LearnDash in my site was really slow. I don't know. I'm still using the same hosting service. I'm still using Bluehost. I don't have like the most of the advanced of the hosting services, but I think for the type of volume that I get in my website, the traffic volume, um, if it makes my Bluehost hosting lag a little, if it makes it slow a little, it's because there's something there creating that. So before, when I had that combination, I mean LearnDash, I had to use Memberium for me to be able to have a membership site, um, to basically to be able to have a layer of um, extra security to the access to my content. And that combination made it really, like, it was really tough, like creating a custom experience. From a non-techie experience, working with their with the short codes from them, it was challenging. Like today, for example, a customer last night, she's really creative, and now she's looking for a new way on how to structure her courses. And now she have like different type of three different type of programs with with the chances that she will be increasing the number of programs she has. She was like, one called program, another one called classes, another one called meditations, right? um, she asked me yesterday if she somehow can have everything structured like that. It took me like 7 minutes to find the documentation in in the LifterLMS website, find the short code, and then I watched that short video from Mimbleton, wait,
Will Middleton.
from Will.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
watched a video from Will. I mean, all that within 7 minutes. Like, okay, boom, boom, bam. Send a text message to my customer last night, and then she was jumping, really happy that she was able to make it happen like that easy, that fast. Um, Before it was not that, and before it was for me. Just I was just dealing with my expectations, my demands. I was not dealing with my customers' demands before. When I, in my early stage, when I just wanted to build something for me.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to learn anything like really fast. It was just finding the right shortcode, put it in, bam, that's it. She's happy, I'm happy, everybody's happy.
Well, let's talk about these clients. So, how did you start getting these clients that were in need of an academy or some kind of course or membership site?
um, let's see. Well, it was basically like the virtual word of the mouth
Yeah.
somehow
Yeah.
virtual
Yeah.
word of the mouth somehow, because
Same thing happened to me, by the way, in my agency days, is all of a sudden I was specialized in this niche.
yes.
Yeah.
um
And I was around Infusionsoft a lot. So, a lot of similar kind of overlaps there.
yeah, so but some of them, for example, like I have customers in Europe, in Portugal and Spain. And because I'm in that area, sometimes I will be like, the way I generate energy towards my business, towards what I do, is I run advertising,
Like paid ads?
like paid advertising. Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I
I
think I saw one of your ads earlier today. Yeah.
So I do paid advertising, but I'm not so invasive. I don't do any retargeting. I should be doing retargeting, but I don't need it. All I need is to get people in my funnel. Then I engage with them in conversation. That's it. I'm not being annoying.
Yeah.
But so I do advertising. I also do social media here and there in a weird way. I'm like, I don't have a content planning for social media, what I'm going to be posting today. No, I think everything around me, it surrounds about what is my priority right now. For example, my priority is to help more course creators. I'm launching a new initiatives in the upcoming weeks. Then that will be that, I mean, that momentum that I will be creating, it will be because of paid advertising. I'm not sitting down for my radical organic social media interactions to develop anything. Social media interactions, this is just PR. People don't get this. This is just PR. You need to inject a little so you can get a little. And then you go like that, increasing. You inject a little, you get a little. And then you go like that, creating more momentum and and growing more. But the way I find these customers, basically it's paid advertising. And sometimes because of the radical social media interactions. Even just looking for that opportunity and create that momentum. Like this year, I mean, last year we had the new thing in the social media, Clubhouse. It was new. I piloted. I started, there, kind of, trying what is this new thing everybody's talking about, and it's only available for iOS. Now it's available for everything. But when that happened, a lot of people was really excited looking into, what is Clubhouse. So I use that. I use that momentum inside that new platform to grow a little my social media, and as well to create new conversations. And from there, I was able to engage with people and then get them in a phone call. And there, I let them know what I do. So when I engage with them, that's almost for sure. That's, it'll be a long lasting relationship in which I will be helping them and they will be helping me, because it's a two-way learning experience.
That's awesome. I think you have something special too, where you're at the intersection of marketing and also marketing automation with just general website building. And then also understanding a course creator, somebody who's trying to create training. Like those are three separate skills. And you've
Yep.
you've spent time and iterated in all of that. So the specialty emerges. I mean,
Yes.
and there's certain tools you're experts in, like Keap and LifterLMS and WordPress. So that's a very tight focus.
Yes. But I've been like, most my marketing career lives has been around marketing automation. I did my first implementation, transformational change back in 2002. Like that
Wow.
was like my first major project. It was in the financial industry, and then I did like four more like that. No, it was like six more between 2002 and 2007. And then I was a little quiet, changed roles, and then I was working for a large corporation in high tech, where part of my priority verticals were education. And that's where I learned a little bit more about education, start learning a little bit about WordPress, not because I needed to do it. There I was just a marketer, but I mean, this life was ahead of me, and I knew the skills that I needed to learn if I wanted to succeed. And yes, you're right. So you need like a little bit of many skills to make it happen. The marketing automation is really important. The WordPress is really important. I tell people, don't try to reinvent the wheel. WordPress, that's the tool. There's many options out there. Don't go anywhere. WordPress is the tool. And and then I'm not a professor. For me, building a course, oh my god, building a course, I never paid to learn that. And although, and I'm gonna tell you this, because you this is a pat in the back. Although I tried Podia, Thinkific, LearnDash, Kajabi, even Patreon, if you know what Patreon is. I even tried Patreon, man. Yeah. Yeah, Teachable, um, um, Customer Hub. Guys, I love you. I love you, but I also tried them, and a few more. But anyways, trying to think about how to create a course for my customers, um, keeping in mind the structure and the organization that you need to have for a course. When I'm not a teacher, I was never a coach. Now people is calling me mentor. I feel thankful, like they're calling me mentor and coach, but I was never that. But now, after I started working with LifterLMS, it is actually way more easy to understand how to, what is a module, for example, or how to divide the different topics of your course, and then how to have that organized in how all comes, like um, how to see it all, like a big over, like from above, and see everything organized, like being able to build, for example, like I'm not creating courses for my customers. My customers, they are experts, and usually they already have a course program that they just want to have it, digitally. And for me, it's really easy to tell them, like give me your blueprint, like give me your curriculum, and then just take in less than 10 minutes and create that structure, create the different sections or modules, and then add in the different classes, and then I'll help them with the first one, for example, to create that course. And look, here's the email where you add the link for the video. Here's how you add the content for that specific lesson. And that is something that is priceless, and it's priceless because it is easy to teach others to do it with ease.
That's awesome. What while you're on the subject, I just want to ask, like, what do you like most about Lifter LMS? Like, what are the top benefits for you?
Okay. I can use the LifterLMS experience, or I can build my experience. That's the bottom line. I use the LifterLMS experience, or I can build my experience. And when I say I can build my experience is, for example, when you create a course page or a sales course page with a LifterLMS experience, it's really nice, right? And then you have the buy now buttons, or the pricing options, and the way you structure everything. It's really easy to do it. I like that experience. But if when a customer comes to my website, I say, no, I want my signature here, and let me create a funnel. And then, for example, I use cart flows. I use cart flows to create a funnel, and then to sell my course. And I can do that with this, and I can do it all from within WordPress. So I can use either the LifterLMS experience, or I can build my experience. Now,
So that's like where Lifter has the sales page feature. So you can use the regular course page, or you can build a custom, which is what you do, and it knows which one you chose, right?
exactly. For example, now, I'm actually building one now for a financial planning professional out of Maryland, and I'm building her the LifterLMS experience. Like, I'm not going to be using any of the funnel builders that you can get out there. It'll be just LifterLMS, Astra, and Elementor. That's it, because that is everything she needs. She needs as well. She's not selling trainings. She needs a corner where she can train her 80 plus agents across, nationwide. So she's building a community. Well, she already has a community. She's already building the learning portal for her teammates. And, the LifterLMS is just, the experience is just the ride. So it's the experience, I can build. I can use either the LifterLMS experience, or I can use the one I can build. But this one, that's why I'm building this as well with the LifterLMS experience, because it is more like easy peasy for me. It takes me less time to do it, and I can do it, really, really fast. The other experience is just me trying to be more creative, reinventing the wheel.
I'll take that as a compliment, because Lifter is interesting, and really this is WordPress too. Is it can be really simple, and then it can scale to infinite like complexity. So the tool should be able to expand to where you want to be at. Like, do you want like the straightforward version? Do you want like the medium, or do you want like the advanced?
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool to see for you. Sometimes you're in the base version. The other times you're bringing in things like cart flows and building in a big funnel with
Exactly.
custom Elementor sales pages or landing pages. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What else do you like about Lifter?
Wait, I'm here talking to you. It's let me, it's really, and again, I'm going to go back to the experience, but this is a different perspective of the experience, and it's about, and it has to be with the things, the resources that you can have at the reach of your hand when when you are thinking, when you are being creative about the things that you like to have in your academy. For example, going back to the example I've mentioned before with my customer, she asked me yesterday how she can do something. I didn't know if it was going to be possible, but I didn't even go to the LifterLMS website to find the right information. I Googled it just in case, we'll have something somewhere or somebody else have something somewhere else. But no, the option, I mean, the options I found was, the LifterLMS documentation page with the right information I needed. And there I had the complement of Will's video, and I continue looking for some more stuff. And then it's what's available, that support that we have. And also, yes, so that for me, it's one of the things that I really like. I mean, it's documentation. And documentation is really important.
And one thing too, I did the exact same thing, which even though I might know where something is, even for on LifterLMS or on YouTube or wherever it is, or maybe somebody else's video, using the Google search, like as a power user, that's how I use to find anything. Because even the LifterLMS documentation has a search, but when you use Google, you can end up on YouTube, you can end up on the Lifter site, you can end up on somebody else's website or somebody else's video. It's super powerful.
And something else. Wait. Something else. No, I'm gonna tell you. Can I say something I don't like?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to say something I don't like. But first, let me tell you something I like.
Okay.
Something else. It's the amount of features that LifterLMS has.
It's pretty comprehensive.
Yeah. It's pretty comprehensive, but like you have so many good things that you can do, even with a free version, even with the paid versions. I mean, you can scale it up, like you said, to unthinkable levels, or you can leave it simple, or you can, escalate the complexity. But what I mean is, for example, having for an element, a WordPress LMS plugin to be able to have membership sites and course creation. I don't think you can get that combination at the same time. And I'm going to talk about the free version of the application. So when that's what was one of the things that people likes, like, oh my God, like I'm helping people like to get started with their academies, like with that. So here's the free version. So you can create courses, you can have membership levels. That's one. And then the different features that you have in the different levels of the LifterLMS packages. What I don't like, let me tell you, is that you guys, I'm not going to say you, Chris, but you should be talking more about the good features you have inside each one of the packages. Because when you compare apples to apples, the LifterLMS with other tools, you see these tools here on my left, trying to, can I say brag? Trying to brag about things that it's like common sense. Okay. Right. And there are many things that they don't have. Of course, here LifterLMS has everything they have, plus a few things that you cannot find here that you should like you guys should be bragging more than the rest of the people out there.
I appreciate that. We need to level up our marketing.
So yes. Yeah. So people needs to know exactly, what are everything, all the goodies. But that's good, because when they find everything by themselves, they're like me, like they're amazed, like, oh, nice, I can do this too.
That's awesome. One more question about Lifter before we go on to something else. We have an office hours mastermind call that we run, which is kind of unusual in the space to have a live screen sharing kind of camera on kind of call with me and other people at LifterLMS and other power users that come. What do you like about that call? Because I think it's kind of unique in the space.
What I like?
Yeah.
that I didn't tell you that part of the questions I was able to solve yesterday for that customer. I have a few questions for you for Thursday
Oh,
for
okay.
the mastermind.
That's the thing. This is part of our customer success. Like, I mean, you make yourself available. And sometimes we don't have a course or documentation for everything. So like you can't replace the human entirely, right?
Exactly, and is that access to a community of like experts that not because we all have in the community, in the mastermind community, not because we all use LifterLMS, we have the same approach. So we all have different approaches, and like learning from how each one of us do things. I mean, how better than that, to push creativity and to impulse, ignite, let me say, to ignite, the skills that you can have. There are things there that I've been able to learn how to do that I wasn't looking, well, and it things that not necessarily have to be with creating a course or using the Lifter LMS, but it could be something that could be complementing myself in a project. I'm going to give you an example. There was this day we were in the mastermind, and I think I was one of the calls I took from Dominican Republic. You guys were talking about how to do like dynamic image mapping, and
Yes.
then to have some like dynamics areas where you can highlight or show like more information. At that time, I'm starting to work with a customer. She's a doctor, and um she she does thyroid. Uh,
Thyroid.
I,
Yeah.
yes, I don't remember the specialty, but yeah, but she deals with thyroid.
Okay.
Anyways, when I'm in that call, when um, you guys were talking about someone that was using that type of application to show something, more information in in a customer's website, I'm like, oh my god, this is so nice. Let me talk to my customer and see if she will be interested in having something like that. I mean, people is interested to learn more about how your hormones works in your body. Everything in your body, like about hormones, it's controlled by the thyroids. And being able to get that information, get that learning that I was not looking for that day, that afternoon, and then talk to my customer, that's an added value skill that I had there. And it was just a tool that you guys refer me to, and then you guys were showing how to use it basically, and I just transferred that knowledge over to my customer, and that was added value. So that was an impact directly from attending the mastermind. So it's not only about what you are expecting to learn, because maybe we have a question because we didn't find documentation on the web, on the LifterLMS website. I mean, there's so many things that can come up that can make us come to the mastermind and ask for more information. Maybe we're not looking the right information the right way, and you are just pointing me or showing me, sharing your screen where to find it, and then you just share the links with us, and then we all as a community learn and share and practice and enjoy.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, sometimes it's about you go in there and you don't even know what you might walk away with. It might not be, you might not come with a question, but you walk away with a gem or whatever.
Exactly. Like that day, I didn't come with a question. I just came to the meeting just to be there.
Yeah.
That's it. I know I'm walking out with something.
That's awesome. And for those of you listening, image mapping, it's like where you have an image and certain parts of it you can pop up and link to things and have videos play. There's a plugin called Draw Attention that we've seen a lot of our users using. That's kind of like that. What you're a Keap expert, Daniel, marketing automation, CRM, tagging expert for somebody. And in my opinion, by the way, like, yes, I market LifterLMS as being an all-in-one solution, but I genuinely believe that you also need to have a additional CRM, whether that's Keap or ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, MailChimp, Groundhog, whatever. There's lots of options out there. For somebody just getting started with a WordPress LMS site and they want to do the CRM, what are some core concepts they should keep in mind for, strategically approaching the CRM with their WordPress LMS site or project or academy business?
Understand.
I know that's a big question because you're an
Yeah,
expert. You're like, how much time do we have?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it simple.
Yeah.
When thinking about having a CRM, well, first, when thinking about having your online course, I will definitely recommend using a CRM, because a CRM is going to help you be more organized and be able to be more strategic. In my case, for example, um, I use lead magnets. So I use digital offers to capture my leads, to capture my prospects, my ideal customers.
Not everybody's ready to buy all at once, all of a sudden.
Exactly. Not everybody is ready to buy from you, right away. And having a CRM is going to help you, one, to capture, retain those contacts that you just generated. Then it's going to allow you to segment that list that you are creating. The money is not a joke. The money is on the list. It's not in social media. It's on the list. It's in social media because you are getting leads out of social media, but then get them into your CRM and build list. Organize those contacts, segment them, by the type of segment them. I'm not going to turn this into a segmentation class.
Group them in different ways.
Yes, group them in different ways. But something, a really good starting point is, who am I selling to? Who bought from me? Who has still not buy from me? Who still needs to buy from me? And remember this, when we get prospects, not everyone's going to buy you. And yeah, you cannot be trying to promote your product to the same audience over and over, because then they're going to hate you. That's going to happen. We people, we are like that. So that what I'm trying to say is, when you have a structure in your database with your CRM, you can see who's getting information from you that is not taking action, who's getting information from you that is not buying from you, but it's engaging with you with your content. For as long as they are getting your content and they're happy with it, so that means that there is an opportunity for you to sell your courses to them.
And I just want to add some color here. It's not uncommon for me to see somebody in our CRM who's been on our list for 2 years and then they decide to buy something.
Yes.
So it's a long-term thing.
Yes, but they've been engaging.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, they might not be buying from you now, but they will later if they're still there. Now, but also if we have a list of people that is really, really, really cold with a CRM, we are able to identify them. And then I'm going to say this blunt. I'll get them out of my CRM so I can create space and get fresh blood inside my contact list, so I can continue to build more momentum and more sales. So that's basically, a basic way of having a CRM. Get structure, get organized, sell, grow your business, and then a happy community of customers.
That is awesome. For the WordPress professionals out there, number one question we get asked a lot is like, hey, this is awesome. I'm sold on Lifter. Do you know anybody who can help build my site? That's why we built the LifterLMS experts program. Daniel is on there. He's a verified expert. What advice do you have for WordPress professionals working with clients trying to build academies?
Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't just go for what you hear out there as the mainstream. Um, in my case, I get involved a lot with a lot of, for example, Elementor site creators. And in those communities, sometimes it's like, they try to just repeat the same that many others are saying. Um, um, don't get stuck with what you know, what you traditionally know. Open up your mind to new solutions and to explore. But continue looking for that sweet spot that's going to make your life easier when you are creating a website, when you are working on projects for your customers. At the end of the day, what we all need is a way in which we can sell faster, but provide service even faster so we can go back again and sell and repeat. At the end of the day, when thinking about building an online academy, membership site, think about how easy it is going to be for you to build an experience that's going to be awesome for a customer. But think about how easy it is going to be for you to build that, even if it's for you, or even if it's, because you're not selling, all you want is an academy like I wanted at the beginning, back in the time. That's all I wanted. I didn't want to sell any membership courses, but you don't know where that's going to take you. So just think about going with the option that's going to make your projects with ease. Easy life, better life for everything, for everyone.
Nice. So that's Daniel Vargas. He really is a special dude because I know a lot of website builders and I know a lot of marketers, and they're often different people. I kind of am like you. I can carry both of those, and I also have a passion for course creation and academy building. So there's a lot of website builders out there. There's not a lot of website builders who are also really talented marketers and CRM specialists like Daniel. That's why I want to get you on the show. What's the best way for the people listening or watching this on YouTube to connect with you?
Well, the best way right now, I have a new channel. It's a new YouTube channel. It's Daniel Vargas MKT, the acronym for marketing. So
Yeah.
Daniel, Daniel Vargas, Vargas MKT. And you can also find me, well, danielvargas.com. You can find me there as well. I'm trying to bring that page over to English. It's in Spanish now. I thought about having it in English now. Maybe use a WordPress plugin to have a real-time translation there. But you can also find me in, well, that's a full mouth, Laboratorio de Éxito.com. Yeah, just find me as Daniel Vargas MKT, and from there you can find me on every social media out there. Some of them I'm not as active as I like to be, or as people would like me to be. I'm just there to have fun and not to have followers.
Awesome. Daniel, thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate you sharing your story, and you're a great example of what's possible with Lifter. It's so cool to see how you started just using a tool yourself, and then it kind of became a focus for many of your clients. That's super cool. I love what you've done, love what you've built, and I appreciate you sharing here today.
Well, thank you. Let me add just to that. Yes, I've started using LifterLMS, but I didn't know it was going to turn into part of my business model. And that's the reality. And yeah, I'm happy for that. And thank you for having me here in the show.
Excellent. Well, it's great to be on the journey with you. We'll see where we go. Maybe we'll check in a couple of years and see what's happening.
A couple of years, a couple of months.
Right on. Well, thanks, Daniel. For
Thank
those
you.
of you listening, go check out his YouTube channel and go check out the website. And thanks everyone for coming. Daniel, have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Chris. You too.
And that's a wrap for this episode of LMScast. Did you enjoy that episode? Tell your friends and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And I've got a gift for you over at LifterLMS.com/gift. Go to LifterLMS.com/gift. Keep learning, keep taking action, and I'll see you in the next episode.